Imagine this. The house is quiet, the day's responsibilities are finally laid to rest, and the world outside has dimmed to a hushed murmur. Yet, within the sanctuary of your bedroom, a different kind of activity persists. Your mind, instead of embracing the promised tranquility, races like a runaway train, replaying conversations, cataloging worries, or simply refusing to switch off. Or perhaps you drift into a shallow, unrefreshing slumber, only to find yourself wide awake at 2 a.m., staring into the darkness, the prospect of a new day dawning, with a heavy cloak of fatigue already settling upon your shoulders. If this scenario feels achingly familiar, you are far from alone. For a significant number of adults over the age of 60, the restorative embrace of deep, consistent sleep has become an elusive treasure. A nightly battle fought with warm milk, herbal teas, and sometimes a growing sense of frustration. Statistics paint a stark picture. Studies indicate that as many as 50% of older adults report difficulties with sleep, ranging from trouble initiating sleep to frequent nocturnal awakenings and early morning rising. This isn't merely a matter of feeling tired. Chronic sleep deprivation in later life can cast a long shadow, impacting everything from cognitive function and emotional well-being to immune response and the management of existing health conditions. The quest for solutions often leads down well-trodden paths, some of which offer temporary relief, while others bring their own set of concerns. But what if the answer, or at least a significant part of it, lay not in a pill or a potion, but literally at your fingertips? What if your own body, with its intricate network of energy and sensation, held the key to unlocking a more profound and natural state of rest? Today, we embark on a journey to explore a series of remarkably simple, yet potentially transformative techniques. The gentle tapping of 5 specific points on your body. These practices, rooted in the ancient wisdom of traditional healing systems, are experiencing a resurgence in popularity, precisely because they are accessible, safe, and can be performed in the comfort of your own home, without any special equipment. While the notion of tapping your way to sleep might initially sound unconventional, the underlying principles are grounded in the body's innate capacity to respond to gentle stimuli, calming the nervous system, easing the mental static that often precedes a restless night, and preparing the physical self for deep, restorative slumber. We assert the profound potential of these techniques not as a miraculous cure-all, but as a compassionate and empowering approach to self-care. Stay with us as we delve into each of these 5 points, for one of them, or perhaps the combination, might just be the missing piece in your personal puzzle of achieving peaceful nights and energized days. Before we explore the first of these powerful locations, it's important to understand the subtle yet significant philosophy underpinning this approach. The human body is a marvel of interconnected systems. Traditional practices, developed over millennia, recognize that specific points on the skin's surface could act as gateways to influence our internal state. Gentle stimulation, such as tapping or light pressure, is believed to send signals through neural pathways, encouraging a shift from the fight or flight sympathetic nervous system dominance so common in our stress-filled lives towards the rest and digest parasympathetic state. This is not about aggressive manipulation, but rather a gentle invitation to your body to remember its natural rhythm of relaxation and release. It's about fostering a conversation with your own physiology, learning its language of calm. As we proceed, remember that this journey is one of kindness and patience with yourself. If you're intrigued by the possibility of finding a natural way to improve your sleep and appreciate content that explores holistic well-being, consider supporting our channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, and be sure to click the notification bell so you won't miss out on future insights designed to empower and inform. Your engagement helps us continue this vital work. Point 1. The Yin-Tang Point, your personal dimmer switch for a racing mind. Nestled discreetly between your eyebrows, at the very top of the bridge of your nose, lies a small but potent area known in traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, as the Yin-Tang Point. It might not appear remarkable at first glance, a subtle indentation perhaps, but for centuries, practitioners have revered this spot for its profound ability to calm the spirit and quiet the mind. Often referred to as the third eye area, its significance is less about mystical visions and more about its physiological connection to the pineal gland. This tiny gland, situated deep within the brain, plays a crucial role in regulating melatonin, the very hormone that orchestrates our sleep-wake cycles, essentially telling our body when it's time to power down. When you gently tap or apply light pressure to the yin-tang point before settling into bed, you are, in essence, sending a direct, calming signal to your brain. Imagine your mind as a brightly lit room, buzzing with the day's thoughts, worries, and unresolved queries. Stimulating yin-tang acts like a gentle hand on a dimmer switch, gradually lowering the intensity of this mental illumination. The effect is often subtle, yet deeply felt. You might notice your breathing, perhaps previously shallow or hurried, beginning to deepen and slow, your shoulders imperceptibly relaxing. The sharp edges of your thoughts may start to soften, their urgency diminishing, creating a precious space of mental quietude. It's a sensation of gentle unwinding, as if the internal chatter is slowly fading into a more peaceful background hum. For many older adults, the transition from an active day to a restful night is particularly challenging. The accumulated mental load, concerns about health, family, finances, or simply the habit of a lifetime of problem solving can make the bed a place of rumination rather than rest. Carol, a vibrant 74-year-old, shared her experience. For nearly a year, she had endured nights of lying awake, her mind a relentless slideshow of the day's events and tomorrow's anxieties. I was exhausted but wired, she explained. My body was tired, but my brain just wouldn't shut off. After learning about the yin-tang point, she decided to incorporate it into her bedtime routine. The first night, I didn't expect much, Carol recalled. I just sat on the edge of my bed, closed my eyes, and gently tapped that spot between my eyebrows for about a minute. I didn't fall asleep instantly, no magic wand, but within about 5 minutes of lying down, I felt a different kind of stillness. It was like my body finally remembered what it was supposed to do. The thoughts were still there, but they weren't shouting anymore. The technique itself is beautifully simple. Using the tips of 1 or 2 fingers, perhaps your index and middle finger, lightly tap the yin-tang point. The rhythm should be slow and steady, a gentle drumming rather than a forceful percussion. Alternatively, if tapping doesn't feel right, you can use gentle, circular pressure with your fingertip. Aim for about 30 seconds to a minute, or longer if it feels comforting. This can be done while sitting up in bed, just after turning off the lights, or even while lying down with your eyes closed, allowing gravity to assist. There's no special equipment needed, no complex maneuvers, and importantly, no side effects to worry about. Just your fingers, your intention, and a willingness to engage with your body's innate wisdom. This single point, so unassuming in its location, can become a powerful anchor in your bedtime ritual, a consistent signal that trains your brain to recognize the shift from activity to rest. For those who have endured countless nights feeling like their mind is an uninvited house guest, this gentle dimming of the internal lights can indeed make a world of difference, opening the door to a more peaceful descent into sleep. Do you find that a racing mind is often your biggest barrier to sleep? If the idea of using the yin-tang point to gently quiet your thoughts resonates with you, please let us know by commenting with the number 1 or the word yin-tang below. We'd love to hear if this first technique sparks your interest. Point 2, the Heart 7 point, Shenmen, soothing the anxious rhythms of the night. Now, let us turn our attention to our wrists, specifically to a point that holds profound significance for emotional calm and serene sleep. If you hold your hand palm up and trace a line down from your pinky finger towards the wrist, you'll find a small, often subtle, hollow just at the wrist crease, nestled between 2 tendons. This is the Heart 7 point, known in acupuncture traditions as Shenmen, which translates beautifully to Spirit Gate. For centuries, this unassuming spot has been a key ally in addressing conditions like anxiety, heart palpitations, and the kind of inner restlessness that can transform a comfortable bed into a tossing and turning battleground. All common culprits that can keep you staring at the ceiling when you desperately crave sleep. For many seniors, the quiet hours of the night can inadvertently become a repository for the day's accumulated worries. Concerns about health, the well-being of loved ones, or the myriad shifts that life brings can easily surface as the distractions of the day fade. It's in these moments that the mind can feel particularly active, sometimes accompanied by a physical sensation of unease, perhaps a flutter in the chest or a general feeling of being on edge. Tapping the Heart 7 point offers a gentle yet effective way to interrupt this cycle of anxiety and mental agitation. When you apply light pressure or tap this area, you are thought to be communicating directly with your parasympathetic nervous system, the branch of your autonomic nervous system responsible for inducing states of rest, recovery, and calm. Imagine it as a gentle nudge, encouraging your body to shift gears from high alert to a more tranquil state. This stimulation can contribute to a slowing of the heart rate, a steadying of blood pressure, and an overall sensation that it is finally safe to let go and surrender to sleep. Many older adults have found that incorporating the stimulation of Shen Men on both wrists into their pre-sleep ritual helps them to consciously release the nervous energy that can build insidiously throughout the day. If you're someone who tends to be sensitive to emotional tension, who feels stress manifesting as tightness in the chest, or who experiences a general sense of unease as evening approaches, this technique can feel like a gentle reset button for your entire system. The method is straightforward. Using one or two fingers of your opposite hand, gently tap the heart 7 point for approximately 60 seconds. If tapping feels too stimulating or uncomfortable, a soft circular massage in this area works just as effectively. You might notice a subtle tingling sensation initially, which is perfectly normal and often indicates the body's response. What truly matters is the shift in your internal state. Your attention is drawn to the sensation. Your body begins to respond to the calming input, and your entire system starts to move away from alertness and gently towards the peaceful embrace of rest. Robert, a 78-year-old gentleman, shared a powerful testament to this point. For years, he had been plagued by waking up abruptly around 3 a.m., his heart pounding, his mind instantly alert and anxious. It was like an alarm clock I couldn't turn off, he said. And once I was awake, getting back to sleep felt impossible. Frustrated with disturbed nights and fatigued days, he began a simple routine of tapping the heart 7 point on both wrists each night before bed. Within a week, he noticed a significant change. Not only was he falling asleep more easily, but he was also staying asleep for longer stretches. It's quite remarkable, Robert reflected, how such a small action, just a few gentle taps on my wrists, could have such a profound impact on something that had troubled me for so long. But it taught me that my body listens, even to the quietest suggestions. This highlights the beautiful nature of these body-based techniques. When you engage with your body gently, patiently, and consistently, it often responds with a generosity that can be truly surprising. These insights into calming the nervous system through the heart 7 point are invaluable. If you're still with us and finding this exploration of gentle sleep solutions beneficial, we'd be grateful if you'd type the number 2 or the word Shenmen in the comments below. It lets us know you're engaged and learning alongside us. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and ringing the notification bell. Your support is instrumental in helping us create more content designed to inform, inspire, and enhance well-being. Let's now journey to our third point. Point 3. The kidney, Yongquan, anchoring your energy for profound repose. Our journey now takes us to the very foundation of our physical being, our feet. Located on the sole of the foot, right in the center of the ball, just beneath the area where your toes begin, you'll find a point known as Kidney 1, or Yongquan, which poetically translates to gushing spring. This point is considered one of the most powerfully grounding spots on the entire body, and for very good reason. When gently tapped or pressed, it is believed to help draw your body's energy downwards, away from a mind that might be racing like an untethered kite, and into a state of bodily calm, warmth, and heaviness conducive to deep, restorative sleep. It's a common experience, especially for seniors, to lie in bed at night and feel as though their thoughts are erratically bouncing around inside their head, much like a pinball in a machine, refusing to settle. This sensation of being scattered, ungrounded, and mentally top-heavy can make relaxation feel utterly impossible, creating a barrier to the very peace required for sleep. Stimulating the kidney. 1 point offers a tangible way to counteract this. It helps to gently coax the focus of your energy from the busy mental landscape of your head down into the physical presence of your body, encouraging a sense of stability and rootedness. As this shift occurs, feelings of peace, warmth, and a pleasant heaviness can begin to permeate your limbs, signaling to your entire system that it's time to rest. In many ancient healing traditions, the Kidney 1 point is utilized to release tension that has accumulated throughout the day, and this makes perfect intuitive sense. Our feet are our unsung heroes. They tirelessly carry us through our daily lives, bearing the weight of our bodies and often receiving the least amount of conscious care and attention. Tapping this specific area on the soles of your feet is akin to offering a profound gesture of gratitude and simultaneously giving your system explicit permission to let go and recharge from the ground up. It's a quiet internal signal that says, "You have done enough for today. The journey is paused. Now, rest." To experience the benefits of this grounding point, find a comfortable seated position, perhaps on the edge of your bed. You can then bring one foot up to rest on the opposite knee. Gently tap the center of the ball of that foot with your fingers or a loose fist for approximately 30 to 60 seconds. The pressure should be noticeable but not painful, just enough to feel a clear response from the point. Some individuals prefer to use their thumb to apply pressure in small circular motions. For those who find reaching their feet challenging, a simple aid like a wooden spoon with its end wrapped in a soft cloth can be used to gently tap the area. Alternatively, you can lie back in bed, cross one leg over the other thigh, and comfortably reach the sole of the upturned foot. Repeat on the other foot. Helen, an 81-year-old who had struggled for years with waking up multiple times each night, found particular solace in this technique. "I felt like I was constantly fighting to stay asleep," she shared. "My mind would just pop awake for no reason." She began a nightly ritual of stimulating the kidney one point on both feet. "It was the first time in what felt like ages," she reported with a gentle smile, "that my body actually seemed to want to stay in bed." The calm that followed was surprising. It wasn't just that my body felt heavier and more relaxed, but my mind seemed quieter too, less prone to flitting about. As you tap or massage this point, you might notice your breathing naturally deepening and slowing. A pleasant sense of heaviness or warmth might spread through your legs. These are all positive signs that your nervous system is transitioning from a state of alertness towards one of profound rest. The body, in its wisdom, responds beautifully when treated with kindness and focused attention. By giving this powerful point on your feet the attention it deserves, you are not only honoring the incredible work they do, but also inviting them to become active partners in your quest for more peaceful and restorative sleep. Does the idea of drawing your energy downwards and feeling more grounded before sleep appeal to you? If you've ever felt that too much in your head feeling at night, share your thoughts or simply comment kidney 1 or the number 3 below. We value hearing which techniques resonate most with you. Point 4. The Anmian points, your gentle guardians of peaceful slumber behind the ears. Our exploration now leads us to a pair of particularly soothing points located just behind your earlobes. If you trace your finger to the soft, somewhat hollow space between the prominent part of your jawbone, the mastoid process, and the base of your skull, you will discover the Anmian points. The name Anmian itself translates from Chinese as peaceful sleep, a direct testament to their traditional use. Gently tapping or massaging these areas is a time-honored method for calming the nervous system, easing the mind, and tenderly guiding the body towards a state of restful repose. These points are considered especially beneficial for seniors who find themselves grappling with a cascade of racing thoughts at bedtime, or for those who experience the frustration of waking up multiple times throughout the night, struggling to recapture the elusive tendrils of sleep. The Anmian points are believed to exert their calming influence due to their proximity to important nerve pathways and their connection to the body's circadian rhythm, our innate, natural sleep-wake cycle. Stimulating them is thought to help regulate the areas of the brain responsible for managing stress and inducing relaxation. What makes these points particularly effective for many individuals is the often rapid and noticeable response they can elicit from the body. When you gently tap or press here, you are not only addressing mental agitation, but also helping to release accumulated physical tension, particularly in the muscles of the neck and jaw. These are areas where anxiety and stress frequently manifest, creating a subtle but persistent discomfort that can interfere with the ability to fully relax. For many older adults, the late evening hours can become a crucible, not just for physical fatigue, but also for feelings of loneliness, lingering worries, or a mind that seems determined to overthink every detail of the day. Activating the Anmian points can feel like gently turning down the volume on this internal noise. It doesn't magically erase problems, but it can create a crucial mental and emotional space between you and your concerns. And often, that very space is precisely what your body needs to finally surrender to sleep. To locate these tranquil havens, gently place your fingertips behind both earlobes. Feel for the slight depression or soft area just above where your neck meets the base of your skull. You can use the tips of 2 fingers on each side to lightly tap these spots simultaneously. Or if you prefer, apply a slow circular massaging motion with the pads of your fingers. Perform this for about 1 minute. This can be done while sitting comfortably upright in bed, allowing your head to remain neutral, or while lying down with your head well supported by a pillow, which many find even more relaxing. As you stimulate the Anmian points, pay attention to the sensations that arise. Some people report a wave of warmth or a subtle tingling sensation spreading from the area. Others notice their eyelids growing noticeably heavier, their gaze softening. Often, the breath will naturally deepen and slow without any conscious effort. Charles, a 76-year-old who had reluctantly come to rely on over-the-counter sleep aids, found the Anmian points to be a turning point. "I was skeptical," he admitted, "but I was also tired of feeling groggy in the mornings from the pills." He began tapping both Anmian points while lying flat in bed each night. "To my surprise," he shared, "more often than not, within about 10 minutes, I'm drifting off. It's a much cleaner feeling of sleep, and I wake up feeling more like myself." This illustrates the quiet yet profound power of these points. The area behind the ears, often overlooked, holds more influence over our state of relaxation than we generally acknowledge. By dedicating just a little focused, gentle attention to the Anmian points each night, they may well become your new, trusted signal to your mind and body that the day is complete, that it is safe to rest, and that peaceful sleep is not just a hope, but an accessible reality. If the idea of finding peaceful sleep by addressing tension behind the ears speaks to you, especially if you often wake in the night, please let us know by commenting with Anmian or the number 4. Your feedback is invaluable. And if you're appreciating these detailed explorations, a quick reminder to subscribe and activate the notification bell ensures you won't miss out on our upcoming content, packed with practical wisdom for a healthier, more vibrant life. Point 5, the Ren 17 point Shanzhong, comforting the emotional epicenter for heartfelt rest. Our final destination on this journey to tranquil sleep is a point located right in the center of your chest, at the level of your heart. This is the Ren 17 point, also known as Shanzhong, or more evocatively, the Sea of Tranquility. It lies on the breastbone sternum, typically at the level of the 4th intercostal space, which is roughly between the nipples if you are lying flat. This area is one of the most emotionally resonant and sensitive regions of the body. Gently tapping or applying light pressure here can have a remarkably calming effect on the heart, encourage slower, deeper breathing, and help you release emotional tensions that you might not even be consciously aware you are carrying. For many individuals, and particularly for older adults, bedtime can become an unintentional reckoning with the day's emotional landscape. As the external world quiets down, the internal world can ramp up. Worries that were kept at bay by daytime activities, regrets, unfinished tasks, anxieties about loved ones, or even profound feelings of grief or loneliness. All these emotions can seem to rise to the surface the moment your head touches the pillow. This emotional surge can create a significant barrier to sleep. The Ren 17 point offers a gentle way to acknowledge and soothe this emotional weight, creating just enough internal space and calm for your body to feel safe enough to let go and drift into sleep. True to its name, the Sea of Tranquility, when approached with care and intention, this point can indeed foster a profound sense of inner peace. It is anatomically close to and energetically connected with the pericardium, the protective sac that envelops the heart, and is traditionally understood to play a vital role in emotional regulation. By tapping or lightly pressing here, you are effectively giving your heart and lungs more perceived space to function optimally, which naturally encourages deeper, more rhythmic breathing and a slower, steadier heart rate throughout your entire system. To stimulate this deeply comforting point, you can use your fingertips, perhaps 2 or 3 fingers together, or the flat palm of your hand to gently tap or press the center of your chest. The motion should be soft and nurturing. Continue this for approximately 1 to 2 minutes. As you do so, try to coordinate the action with your breath. Breathe in slowly and deeply through your nose, feeling your chest gently expand, and then breathe out even more slowly and completely through your mouth, as if releasing any pent-up tension with each exhalation. Some people find it helpful to pair this physical action with a calming thought or a gentle affirmation, such as, "It is safe for me to rest now. I release the day's burdens," or "I have done enough for today." The subjective experience can vary. Some seniors describe an immediate sensation of lightness or openness in their chest, while others feel a comforting warmth spreading outwards. Still others report a kind of peaceful heaviness that signals the body is shifting gears from alertness to profound relaxation. The key is not the force of the touch, but the intention behind it. Being kind, gentle, and present with this vital of your body often brings an unexpected and welcome sense of calm. Eleanor, aged 79, shared a poignant story about how tapping this point helped her during a period of intense grief following the loss of her spouse. Sleep had become an almost impossible sanctuary. "My heart just ached, physically ached," she confided. "Every night was a struggle." A friend suggested she try gently tapping her chest. "I didn't expect it to fix my sorrow," Eleanor said, her voice soft with memory. "But as I tapped that spot, Ren 17, I just focused on my breathing. Slowly, I felt like I could actually breathe again, like a tight band around my chest was loosening just a little. And once that happened, once my breath felt a bit easier, sleep eventually followed. It didn't take away the pain, but it gave me moments of peace, moments of rest, which I desperately needed." This final point, the Sea of Tranquility, beautifully ties together the effects of the other four. While the yin-tang point on the forehead works to calm racing thoughts, the shenmen points on the wrists ease the nerves and anxiety. The kidney 1 points on the feet ground your energy, and the anmyan points behind the ears signal the brain for rest. Ren 17 directly comforts the heart, the very core of our emotional being. And when your heart is quiet, when it feels held and soothed, sleep often follows as a natural consequence. These 5 points, when used individually or in concert, become a kind of silent, loving conversation with your body. A conversation that gently affirms, "It's okay to stop. It's okay to rest. You have done your part today, and now it is time to sleep deeply and peacefully." The journey to finding what calms your emotional heart can be deeply personal. If the concept of the Sea of Tranquility and tapping Ren 17 to soothe your emotional core resonates with you, we invite you to share by commenting Ren 17 or the number 5 below. Your engagement helps create a supportive community here. Weaving a tapestry of rest, integrating these points into your nightly ritual. Having journeyed through these 5 potent points, Yin-tang for mental clarity, Shenmen for nervous calm, Kidney 1 for grounding, Anmyan for peaceful sleep signals, and Ren 17 for emotional soothing. The real magic begins when you start to weave them into the fabric of your own nightly ritual. The question now is not just about knowing these points, but about experiencing what it would feel like to consistently end your day enveloped in a sense of calm, rather than wrestling with chaos or restlessness. For so many seniors, as we've discussed, sleep has transformed from a natural bodily function into something unpredictable, something hoped for, but rarely counted upon with certainty. The techniques we've explored today offer a tangible, empowering alternative, a gentle, self-administered routine that you can perform with your own hands, wherever you are, without the need for pills, expensive gadgets, or undue pressure. It's important to remember that you don't necessarily have to use all 5 points every single night, especially when you're just beginning. You might start by experimenting with just one, perhaps the yin-tang point if a racing mind is your primary challenge, or the kidney 1 point if you often feel ungrounded and agitated. Pay attention to how your body responds. Which touch feels most comforting? Which point seems to elicit the most noticeable shift towards relaxation? From there, you can gradually build your routine, perhaps incorporating 2 or 3 points that resonate most strongly with you, or cycling through them on different nights. Maybe it's the gentle tapping behind your ears at the anmyan points that consistently makes your eyelids grow heavy. Or perhaps the sensation of pressing the kidney 1 point on the ball of your foot brings that first welcome wave of profound calm washing over you. The true key to unlocking the benefits of these practices lies in consistency. Much like training a muscle, you are gently training your body and mind to recognize these simple movements as definitive signals for rest and relaxation. When you repeatedly pair these tapping or massaging actions with the intention of preparing for sleep, Your nervous system begins to respond more quickly, more deeply, and more naturally over time. This process is not about forcing sleep, but rather about creating the optimal internal conditions for sleep to arise organically. What is truly beautiful and empowering about this approach is that it gives you back a measure of control, something that the struggle with sleep loss often insidiously takes away. You are no longer solely at the mercy of a noisy, insistent mind or a restless, uncooperative body. You now possess tangible tools, gentle yet effective techniques to consciously and intentionally ease your way into sleep with care, with grace, and with a renewed sense of agency over your own well-being. This practice becomes an act of profound self-compassion, a nightly affirmation that you are worthy of rest and that you have the inherent capacity to cultivate it. Consider integrating these moments of self-touch into a broader sleep hygiene routine, perhaps after a warm bath, while listening to calming music, or once you've dimmed the lights and settled into bed. The aim is to create a sanctuary for sleep, and these tapping points can become the cornerstone of that peaceful nightly passage. We have journeyed together through the landscape of your own body, uncovering 5 ancient keys: Yintang, Shenmen, Kidney 1, Anmian, and Ren 17, each a gateway to a more serene and restful state. We've explored how the simple, intentional act of gentle tapping or massage can quiet a busy mind, soothe an anxious heart, ground scattered energy, signal the brain for peace, and comfort the emotional core. This exploration offers more than just techniques. It offers a pathway back to a more harmonious relationship with your body's natural rhythms, particularly the vital rhythm of sleep. The core message we hope you carry forward is one of empowerment. In a world that often looks outside for solutions, these practices remind us of the profound wisdom and healing capacity that resides within. You possess, in your own hands, the ability to gently influence your nervous system, to create an internal environment conducive to the deep, restorative sleep that is so crucial for health, vitality, and overall well-being, especially as we navigate our later years. This is not about adding another complicated task to your day, but about rediscovering a simple, compassionate form of self-care that can transform your nights and, consequently, enrich your days. Imagine waking up feeling genuinely refreshed, your mind clear, your body rested, ready to embrace the new day with renewed energy and a sense of peace. This is the promise, not of a quick fix, but of a dedicated, gentle practice. The kind of rest we are speaking of transcends merely closing your eyes. It's a holistic restoration that quiets your heart, softens your thoughts, and welcomes you into each morning with greater clarity, resilience, and joy. After all this analysis and exploration, what is the most important insight or the most appealing technique you've learned for yourself today? Which of these points feels like it's been patiently waiting for your attention, holding a promise of deeper calm? We genuinely encourage you to share your thoughts, reflections, or any personal experiences you might have with similar practices in the comments section below. Your insights are valuable to us and to our community. Remember, the journey of self-care, especially when it comes to nurturing sleep, is an ongoing one. Start with small, consistent steps. Perhaps tonight, you'll choose just one point to explore. Be patient, be kind to yourself, and listen to your body's response. Thank you for dedicating your time to join us on this exploration today. If this video has brought value to your understanding or inspired you to try these gentle techniques, please show your support by hitting the like button, subscribing to our channel, and importantly, tapping that notification bell. Doing so ensures you won't miss out on future content designed to provide insightful, useful, and empowering information. Your support is the bedrock that allows us to continue creating and sharing content aimed at informing and inspiring. We deeply appreciate you being here, and we look forward to welcoming you back in our next video. Sweet dreams.